Good morning, Castaic. My name is Xander Grable.
And I'm Sienna Harris.
Welcome to our 4th episode of Good Morning Castaic and our 2nd remote episode. We had a really good time back in episode 3.
And this episode is going to be even more of a blast. On today's show, we spotlight a Castaic High student, look at odd news from around the globe, take a behind-the-scenes look at how we're putting together these episodes, and your answers to a What's Going On survey.
Also, we take a look at 10 ways to stay positive, the announcement of GMC's Got Talent contest, how a local Castaic business is being affected by the shutdowns, and finally, several Castaic students share with us what is really important to them right now. We've got a full show for you, so get ready, because Good Morning Castaic starts right now.
The isolation is real.
Welcome back, Coyotes. As we mentioned, this episode is going to be full of fun and informative segments. What's up first, Xander?
Well, Sienna, first up, mental health is extremely important right now. It's not difficult to slip into depression during these hard times. To start off our show, we have a list of 10 ways to stay positive by my very own co-host, Sienna Harris.
Hey Coyotes! We know some of you may be stressed right now, so in order to help you alleviate some of that anxiety, we thought we'd help you out with 10 helpful hints you can use at home without a therapist. The first thing you can do is get some exercise. Go for a bike ride or maybe even a hike. Number 2, also try a distracting activity like baking or cooking. For a recipe on brownies, check out a segment by Torrin Rikers in our previous episode at 3 minutes and 7 seconds. Number 3, you can find 3 positive things each day to boost your positivity. Or, number 4, you can write affirming words to your future self in the form of a letter to track your progress. Number 5, download the app Motivation for inspiring quotes on the daily. I have this and it is such a life changer. Number 6, you can watch funny animal YouTube videos. They always make me smile. I like the dog ones, but if you're a cat person, I guess that's okay too. Next, you can meditate, but if that's not really your jam, you can also just practice your breathing in a calm setting. Next, you can find a new passion. I know some of my friends have gotten more into art and playing instruments. Maybe that could be good for you too. Number 9, also try listening to some of your favorite music. Music has been proven to uplift moods and help the brain function better. Maybe that could be good for you. And lastly, give back to your community. Write a nice message to friends from afar or help around the house to help your parents out. Remember, what you put out into the world is what you will receive back. Stay strong, Coyotes.
Awesome suggestions, Sienna. Which one's your favorite?
Thanks, Xander. My favorite is going out for some exercise because it uplifts my mood and keeps me in shape.
I like exercising too, but quarantines make me eat a lot of food.
Same here. Lots of junk food.
Well, one Castaic student is trying to stay positive, and that's Mason Williams. I sat down and talked to him to see how he's doing in our first student spotlight. Hey Coyotes, welcome back to a new segment that we like to call Student Spotlight. My name's Xander Grable, and today I'm joined by Mason Williams.
Hello.
So you're our first guest on this show, and all I'm going to do is ask you a couple questions about your achievements this year. So first off, you're treasurer of ASB. You manage the student store, correct?
Yes.
And what is that? What do you do when you manage the student store?
So every ASB officer has to commit to working at least one day during the month in the student store. So there's a whole schedule, which I just put people in random pairs of 2 because sometimes I don't want to put them in friend groups just in case. But everybody goes in on a certain day and works, which I'm very thankful for them committing. And I have to run a schedule. I have to make sure that nothing goes wrong. And if somebody can't work that day, then I'll have to fill somebody else in, or I'll just take over. But other than that, I kind of make sure like products for the store or how to look, and just kind of make sure it's a safe community.
You're also in band, correct?
Yes.
And I heard something about you starting a booster club. What's a booster club?
So Mr. Judd, our band director, started the Booster Club in the beginning of the year. It's basically like sports have fundraisers. they have to register as a club. It's kind of like that, where the booster club is what has all the fundraisers and makes all the money for band. Like, we're trying to go to Disneyland next year due to COVID-19. It got postponed. But in order to do that, like for the bus there and back, we have to have kind of people commit, but then at the same time make funds for that. So anything that like we make, any T-shirts that are ordered, anything like that, usually comes from funds for Booster Club. So it's like what makes money for band.
Is there anything else that you would like to talk about? Any achievements that you've done this past year?
Not much. I'm just pretty much glad that I was able to be in ASB and be in such a nice community with the school, and to be able to like be with band and just kind of enjoy like my start of high school in the freshman year.
Thank you for joining me today.
Anytime. Thank you.
Well, that about wraps up this segment. See you next time, Coyotes.
Thank you, Xander. It looks like Mason is doing a great job at staying busy, and it looks like he's also very talented. Speaking of talent, Coyotes, what's your talent? GMC's Henry Swindell is here to introduce your chance to showcase what you can do.
So I, probably like many of you, have been watching a lot of videos on social media recently. I don't even want to tell you how many How It Should Have Ended comedy dubs I've watched. I've also been watching a lot of videos on talents and cool basket tricks. I've even found a cool video from the Castaic High School boys soccer team. Here, check it out. That got me thinking. We've all been spending a lot of time at home recently, so we've had lots of time to practice on our skills, like playing the ukulele or making that awesome backflip. We here at GMC want to see your amazing talents. That's why I am happy to announce this brand new segment we are calling Castaics Got Talent. Here's the information so you can send us a clip of your talent for a chance to be featured in a future episode of GMC. Show off those talents, Coyotes. We all need something new to watch.
We know there are tons of Coyotes with great talents, so be sure to go to our Twitter page at GM Castaic to sign up for a chance to showcase what you're good at. We want singers, actors, musicians, and artists, so get creative, Coyotes!
Absolutely. With the news of the coronavirus everywhere we look, it's a little more challenging to find the humor in life. But GMC's Chris Casey did just that with his picks for this week's top odd news stories.
Good morning, Castaic. My name is Christopher Casey, and today I'll be doing 60-second odd news. How it's going to work is that I'm going to be cramming as much odd and funny news as I can in 60 seconds. Let's do it. Jenna Evans was on a high-speed train in her dream when bad guys appeared. Apparently, the only way to protect herself was to swallow her 2.4 carat diamond engagement ring. She said that I popped that sucker off, put it in my mouth, and swallowed it with a glass of water. She woke up to find out that she actually did swallow the ring in her sleep. An Ontario recycling company has reminded their residents to not use their blue bins for recycling to throw away unwanted items just like swords. I think that's another reason why you shouldn't just be throwing your swords out everywhere. In a restroom in an Indian hospital, workers appeared to found a leopard in the bathroom. They locked the bathroom door and called the forest department to safely get the leopard out. It was then safely transferred to the forest department. Someone tweeted about a person flying a kite, but it was no ordinary person. Turns out an actual monkey was flying a kite on top of a rooftop. Quote, evolution's happening fast due to the lockdown, in which I have to agree, because I guess this is something that you can look at while you are also bored at your house. Well, I do hope you enjoyed that odd news today. My name is Christopher Casey, reporting for Good Morning Castaic.
Thank you, Chris. I thought that was pretty interesting how she swallowed her wedding ring. I don't know about that. In other news, businesses everywhere are trying to stay afloat during these closures. Jamie Lee Hyde takes a look at a local business here in Castaic that's trying to navigate through these challenging times.
Probably going to strain your back.
Rawhide Adventures is an off-road motorcycle training school located in Castaic, California. Rawhide focuses on training riders who own a special type of motorcycle called the adventure bike. But unfortunately, due to the current coronavirus pandemic, Rawhide has had to temporarily shut down their facility.
Well, Rawhide has been severely impacted by the coronavirus. We have not had a paying client walk in the door in over a month, and we've effectively been closed because we've been deemed a non-essential business by Los Angeles County.
Even though these are dark days for Rawhide, there is still light at the end of the tunnel. Rawhide Adventures has developed a loyal following of people who can't wait to come back.
I'd say after the coronavirus pandemic, I will definitely return to Rawhide. Rawhide has what I would call a world-class operation, from the coaches and the support staff and the hospitality services they offer, and even the locations in which they offer these training classes. It's kind of above all else in terms of what's available for this type of industry in terms of training people on these motorcycles. And Rawhide has done it best.
Small business owners typically are running 24/7. It's not easy, and it's a lot of hours, and it's a lot of work, and this whole thing has slowed me down personally a huge amount, and I'm spending a ton of more time with my family, and especially my daughter.
As soon as these restrictions end, the craving that people have to be outdoors and on their bikes can be satisfied at Rawhide. For Good Morning Castaic, this is Jamie Lee Hyde.
Thank you, Jamie Lee. I certainly hope that once this is all over, that Rawhide Adventures continues to serve the Castaic community. We hope you're enjoying this episode of Good Morning Castaic, and we love putting it together for you, but it has been a big adjustment for our workflow. Torrin Rikers takes a look at things we are doing behind the scenes to bring you our shows.
Good morning, Coyotes. My name is Torrin Rikers, and welcome back to another segment of GMC. Today we're going to be taking a look behind the scenes of Good Morning Castaic. So let's get started. There's a lot that goes into creating an episode of Good Morning Castaic. Each person on the TV production team has a specific job that is needed in order to create a production. With creating an at-home episode, however, it's a little bit different. We have to adjust by filming through Zoom calls and contacting each other via email and text. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. First, we have our producer. A producer's job is to keep in contact with the team and make sure everything is running smoothly and on time. If any help is needed, the producer is there to help. Next, we have our segment producers. A segment producer's job is to come up with an idea, write a script, and execute their plan. After everything is filmed, they can then edit. Third, we have our hosts. Our hosts are the people you see on screen every episode. They introduce the segments as well as talk about upcoming events. Being host, however, is not all about being on camera. There's a lot that goes in behind the scenes, like writing scripts. Last, we have our assemble editors. The assembly editor's job is to put each segment and host clip together. They are the ones who create the final product. Once they finish editing the show, they then send it to you guys. These are the main jobs of creating an at-home episode of Good Morning Castaic. But what are we actually going to be featuring with every upcoming episode? Since the coronavirus, we have all been quarantined. This could make it hard to produce the same episodes of Good Morning Castaic as you guys know today. However, this is not the case. We will still be providing you with the latest news, fun segments, and interesting topics during this pandemic. Don't fear, because Good Morning Castaic isn't going anywhere.
Thank you, Torrin. It's been challenging, but a lot of fun at the same time. So you know what's been keeping us busy, Coyotes? What's been keeping you busy? Eating? Sleeping? Video games? GMC's Chase Oliveira wanted to know, and here's what he found out.
Survey time! Good morning, Coyotes. I'm Chase Oliveira, and it's survey time. A couple days ago, I sent out questionnaires for you to fill out. Let's see what the results are. The first survey was, what snack do you eat the most? And these are the options that people had to choose from. 29 people responded. Let's see who the winners are. As you can see, this pie chart is everywhere. We have 3 ties for second place. Oreos with 2 votes, peanut butter cups, and chocolate bars. In first place, we have 4 ties. Fruits, potato chips, tortilla chips, and cardboard. I don't think that's healthy, guys. The second survey is what do you do most in quarantine? And these are the options. Spoiler alert, nobody talks with their family or reads books. Out of 20 people, 10% made creative projects and ate. 15% played video games, 20% slept, and another 20% did schoolwork. And 25%, the majority, did, drumroll please, watched movies and TV. So now comes the time when I do the number one thing. But I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me watch a movie, or watch me do schoolwork, or watch me sleep, and I'm sure not going to become a gaming channel. So I'm going to do a Bob Ross tutorial. Alright, so I've got my Bob Ross video down there, and my palette right here. Let's get started.
Mixing with the liquid white that's already on the canvas. So that way, it blends automatically as you work downward. Back into my phthalo blue. And I'm going to reach right next door here and grab the least little touch of the fish into the box.
And there we go. I think it's done. Looks pretty good, right? So I guess you can't follow a painting tutorial with colored pencils very well. Anyways, hope you guys liked the survey results. I'm Chase Oliveira, and this has been Survey Time. Bye.
I think I'm guilty of eating too much cardboard as well. How about you, Xander?
Me too. We should have a feast sometime.
On FaceTime? Yeah, we should, but social distancing.
As we close today's show, we should just remind you that school is important. There are things in life that are even more important, especially now. We asked some Castaic students to show us what they are taking in for comfort.
Hi guys, welcome to vlog number 2. Today I'm going to be showing you guys 1 to 2 things that are very important to me. One of them is my gaming laptop. I got it for my birthday. I really wanted it really bad because I wanted to start playing games on a laptop, have a better experience with it. Also, I can do schoolwork, which is what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I have a keyboard, I have a mouse. So, yeah, I just really wanted it really bad, and I ended up getting it for my birthday. Another important object or person is my sister. Say hi. Say hi. She's important because she's my baby sister. She's funny. She's adorable. And she's nice. And yeah. And she just makes me laugh. Thank you for watching my vlog. Stay tuned for more.
Hey guys, it's Joseph Alcantar. I'm here with a video to talk about what's important to me during these times. And this is the guy who's important to me. His name's Dexter. He's a Boston Terrier, and I had to convince him with treats to get up here. And yeah, this guy's overall really great. He's really loyal. He's hilarious. Okay. Normally he likes spending his days in his bed, but when it comes down to it, he's actually he's a really helpful guy. Like sometimes I'll just have plain out conversations with him. Or like back when I had tonsil surgery and I wasn't feeling my greatest, all I wanted to do was sit in my bed and be all sad and whatever. He was there to just comfort me. And he's still doing that now. He's being a goofball and just doing hilarious stuff. So yeah, that's what's important to me now that I'm in quarantine due to this coronavirus. Alright, peace.
Hi, my name is Emily Camerata, and I'm going to show you something that's important to me. It's not necessarily an object or a person or animal, but it's a wall full of pictures that bring back old memories and just make me smile. So this is the wall, and I add to it whenever I want to by just printing out some new pictures, and each one has a little backstory to it. I'm going to share a little memory behind a few of the pictures. So to start it off, we have this one, and this is when me and one of my best friends went and hung out and just had a really fun day because she was going to leave for Hawaii the next day, and we just wanted to have some fun before she left for the entire summer. So this one's just a picture of me with my mom and my sister at a family party, and it just brings back a lot of memories that we all have together. Finally, this picture is of me and the horse that I first started riding with. Her name is Zip, And I just really love this entire photo because it was taken just to get me and the horse, but ended up getting the 2 ranch dogs. Along with the pictures on the wall, I have a quote in the middle, and at the top I have the letter of my first name written by one of my friends. And at the bottom I have 2 artworks done by one of my other friends that was given to me for my birthday. Each one of these pictures is super special to me, and I'm really glad I started doing this because each time I look up here, I get to think of a new memory that relates to that picture or the person in the picture, and it makes me smile every time.
Those were awesome. However, I would also add assembling IKEA furniture I find in my dad's shed. How about you, Xander?
Yeah, I missed harvesting honey from honeycombs. Well, this wraps up our second remote episode. Remember to keep up with social distancing and proper hygiene.
Also, remember to stay positive. Don't forget our Twitter at GM Castaic and our YouTube channel for replays on shows and segments only available on those accounts. Stay positive, and we'll see you back here in 2 weeks.